Hi. This is the first installment of Tea Time. Um, Essentially where I sit in bed and drink tea and talk about this. So, we'll see how it goes. If it goes great, or at least okay, I might do it every week. We'll see. But anyway, today's tea is green tea, my favorite. And it is in a cool pink mug that says, change your thinking, change your world. And I really like this mug because that's what I'm trying to do. It's really hard. But anyway, okay, so the book today is Stephen King's memoir on writing. This is a great book. I've been sifting through it while I was reading other things, because I'm always doing that. I'm always reading more than one thing at once. So it's been taking me a while, but I've got a good bit to go. But this is a really, really good book to read, especially if you are or want to be a writer. Not only is it very interesting, but it's also extremely informative in both the general sense of getting things published, getting your work out there, but also just what it feels like to be a writer. I think it's good to read even if you already know what you're doing as a writer, which a lot of us don't, because it just kind of celebrates that creative outlet. So I think it's really good. I'm not, like I said, I'm not that far, but so far, thumbs up. I want to read two passages because I like them. The first one is where he's introducing the book. He says, this is not an autobiography. It is rather a kind of curriculum vitae, my attempt to show how one writer was formed. Not how one writer was made. I don't believe writers can be made, either by circumstances or by self-will, although I did believe those things once. The equipment comes with the original package, yet it is by no means unusual equipment. I believe large numbers of people have at least some talent as writers and storytellers, and that those talents can be strengthened and sharpened. If I didn't believe that, writing a book like this would be a waste of time. This is how it was for me, that's all. A disjointed growth process in which ambition, desire, luck, and a little talent all played a part. Don't bother trying to read between the lines, and don't look for a through line. There are no lines, only snapshots, mostly out of focus. I like that because, A, it essentially sums up in a nutshell a lot of art forms, not just writing. Just how it, takes a combination of so many different things. It's not just about talent or luck, but it's also not just about your training and your education, so to speak. It's a combination of everything, as well as your life and your experiences. Also, the snapshots thing is very true. He does it in very short sections, sort of little episodes of his life. But it is very insightful. And he's the man when it comes to getting stuff published. I mean, this guy puts out so many books. I was just listening to a live performance on CD of it was like a benefit for Frank Miller, who is a reader. He reads on a lot of the audiobooks. You probably heard his voice if you listen to audiobooks. Anyway, there was a benefit for him. He was either ill or injured. I don't really know because I don't know that much about him, but he was in the hospital, and Stephen King arranged this benefit for him back in 99, I think it was. And a lot of the writers that this guy had read for, were there to support him and raise money and read a little bit of their new stuff themselves. New at the time. John Grisham, though, before he read, he was talking about Stephen King. And he said that, because Stephen King had his own accident, he got hit by a van or a bus or something, I can't remember, one of those, hit by a vehicle while walking, which isn't great, and was in the hospital for at least 3 months, and during that time put out like 3 books or something insane. I don't know exactly how many it was, but he said that John Grisham said that every time he went into a bookstore during that period of time, he saw a new Stephen King book out. So, yeah, he's definitely the man when it comes to getting it out there, getting it written, and getting it on the shelves. I wish I could even finish something that fast, but, maybe someday. Okay, I have one more section to read. And this is probably where his inspiration came for all of his creepy, disturbing, scary-ass shit that goes down in his books. When he was a kid, him and his friend Chris went to the movies a lot. Here's a little section about what they liked. Chris and I liked just about any horror movie, but our faves, he says, were the string of American international films, most directed by Roger Corman, with titles cribbed from Edgar Allan Poe. I wouldn't say based upon the works of Edgar. Sorry, let me start over. Apparently, I can't read right now. I wouldn't say based upon the works of Edgar Allan Poe because there is little in any of them which has anything to do with Poe's actual stories and poems. The Raven was filmed as a comedy, no kidding. And yet the best of them, The Haunted Palace, The Conqueror Worm, The Mask of the Red Death, achieved a hallucinatory eeriness that made them special. Chris and I had our own name for these films, one that made them into a separate genre. There were westerns, there were love stories, there were war stories, and there were Poe pictures. When I hitched to the show Saturday afternoon, Chris would ask, "Go to the Ritz?" "What's on?" I'd ask. "A motorcycle picture and a Poe picture," say. I, of course, was on that combo like White on Rice. Bruce Dern going batshit on a Harley and Vincent Prince going batshit in a haunted castle overlooking a restless ocean. Who could ask for more? You might even get Hazel Court wandering around in a lacy, low-cut nightgown if you were lucky. So, if you ever wondered why he likes creepy stuff so much, that could be part of it. They went to horror movies like every week, every Saturday or something. Anyway, I really like the new coined term, or not new, it's old coined term, Poe pictures. That's cute. Anyway, that's all for tea time today. I hope it was enlightening and inspiring and made you want to read this book because it's good. And I'll get through it eventually. I'm reading a couple other things, so we'll see. But anyway, bye.